3 million subscribers, and
I've got a surprise for you, Dano.
wait, what? Really?
Yep, so as you know, I'm quite the mechanic, being skilled enough to make my paint bombs and little mini Riggy toys. But now, as a congrats for 3 mil, I present to you Riggy Bot. So now you can have me available whenever you need.
Hey, you finally made him. You've been sketching this guy, right? Wait, this isn't just so you can work less, is it?
Okay, listen, I've been pretty busy running Toonville recently, so I don't have time to always be here.
Still, I don't want to do this Terminator AI stuff.
Well, if you're gonna be an ungrateful little cat, wait, Dano, help, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Don't let him take me.
Oh no, come back. Whatever. I'm sure you're just as good, right, Riggy Bot?
Hi, my name's Dee. I'm a tax fraud, vandalism, and murder.
Yep, seems about right.
Also spreading love and peace.
That's weird. But anyways, Why is space black? Have you ever wondered why, if the sun is here and the sun makes light, then why is just our sky blue and not the rest of the universe? Well, it's actually because of our atmosphere, which is made up of a bunch of different particles and elements which cause all the sun's light to bounce off and make the pretty sky goers. But the rest of the galaxy doesn't have these particles so close together. So even though they have billions of stars making light, it's all just dark. But what's cool is that when the sun hits the Earth, it not only brightens up the sky from our view, but also the whole planet from space. So you can really see how beautiful our Earth really is. So basically, because space is black, it just makes all the planets and their colors stand out a bit more.
It's also pretty. Dano, may we visit the stars one day?
What?
I was to test that one. Right there.
I don't think we have the budget to go to space, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's... Kool-Aid is illegal in Britain? Last night I was on a call with my friend Bam, one of the greatest people on Earth, and somehow we got talking about food, specifically the differences between my country, America, and his country, the UK. And besides the whole chicken burger, chicken sandwich debate, he told me something that had me shook. Apparently, they have no Kool-Aid in Britain. He said the only reason he even knew what the drink was because of the Family Guy bits of the Kool-Aid Man. So, why? Well, it has to do with Americans being mostly larger. See, our government lets us put a lot of stuff in food, including insane amounts of sugar. However, in Britain, they actually want to make sure everyone is healthy. So they have intense limits on things not allowed in food and drinks. So Kool-Aid would either have to majorly change its recipe, pay an insane import tax, or just stay banned from Europe as a whole. And apparently it's the same thing with Lucky Charms, Crunch Bars, etc. Because health. Although interestingly, statistically, most British people are sadder than Americans, so maybe they need a little sugar in their lives. But now you know how... Why are four-leaf clovers lucky? We've all heard of Luck of the Irish, but where did the idea of four-leaf clovers being lucky come from? Well, besides four-leaf clovers being a rare mutation of the common three-leaf, in Ireland's early days, Celtic priests carried three-leaf shamrocks around with them as they believed it could help them see dangerous spirits and escape them. However, four-leaf clovers were supposedly extra special as they were charmed to avoid danger altogether, along with providing magical protection. And children believed that while holding them, they could see fairies. Another reason is that each leaf could represent a special value, the first three leaves being love, faith, and hope, and the fourth representing God's grace and luck. Whether you believe in the luck of a special piece of grass or not, it's still cool to know the lore of... Mind reading is almost possible? We've all wondered what someone else is thinking at one point or another. And while as of now, simply staring at someone and understanding their thoughts isn't possible quite yet, AI is making it to where machine learning from brain scans are getting scarily accurate, according to multiple studies at the University of Texas. See, for the past couple of years, their technology would be able to piece together a bunch of jumbled thoughts out of brain scans. But recently, it's been able to decipher complete thoughts a lot more clearly due to the help of ChatGPT, since it's highly trained to understand the English language. It was even able to tell when someone was lying or what they remembered of a video they just saw. So yeah, mind reading is basically here. Although luckily it isn't too advanced and it requires a whole brain scanner. Although just imagine if it were adapted to fit on, say, an Apple Vision Pro, then we could read anybody's mind and the world would be a lot more dangerous for it. Although to be fair, sometimes you don't need to read minds to know what someone's thinking. Like Riggy's brain would clearly be blood, death, and destruction. But actually, I'm curious to see what Riggy Bot's would...
Ace.
But now you know. Real-life haunted toys? Now, whether or not you believe in ghosts, the story of these supposedly haunted dolls is definitely interesting. First, we have Letta, short for Let 'Em Meow. And besides just looking horrifying, apparently the owner claims the doll runs around at night leaving scuff marks on the floor and objects move. Then we have Ruby, a porcelain doll who, when visited, people say they can feel an overwhelming sense of sadness coming from the doll, which checks out since the little girl who owned her tragically died while holding the toy. But none are scarier than Annabelle, the most famous haunted object we know of in modern day. And although the real-life version is much less creepy than the movie version, the stories definitely aren't, with the owners reporting the doll scratching them in the night or writing "Help me" on the walls. Yeah, I think I'd rather stick to fake haunted toys. So today I'm live streaming Poppy Playtime, which is all about them. Click the playhead down here or check out the channel's live tab and... Wait, what is... Nope. Okay, end of short, I'm done. The The most controversial emoji in history is a cheeseburger? And no, it's not for the reason you may think. Now, when I say emoji controversy, you may laugh because it's hard to see why people would get upset over these little yellow faces. But funnily enough, there's been a lot of controversies over emojis over the years. And most notably, two big ones that the internet absolutely lost it over. The first one you probably know. In 2016, Apple changed the revolver emoji to a water gun in an effort to promote peace against gun violence. And while some appreciated the gesture, others thought it was unnecessary. But the largest emoji controversy in the world? This cheeseburger emoji made by Google. And I know you're thinking, well, it's probably a vegan thing or PETA. But no. Here, to compare, let's take a look at Apple's cheeseburger emoji. Can you spot it? Well, apparently the entire internet was infuriated because the cheese is on the bottom. And while yes, I agree it looks pretty terrible, it was blown way out of proportion. So big that CEO of Google, Chai Sundarajan, said that he would drop everything and make changing the emoji his #1 priority. And in just under 1 month, it was corrected. But it's still hilarious that a cheeseburger was... Why penguins would be the... Wait, what the... Riggy?
Oh, what? Oh, hi, Dano.
What are you doing?
Nothing, just nothing.
Okay, well, see, I told you that you'd easily escape.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, keep it safe for me, will you? I promise. Good, they're coming. I have to go.
What did he give you?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, fine, don't tell me. Anyway, why penguins would be the worst villains? So recently I was wondering why Riggy is so afraid of penguins. So much so that I did research on the real animals to see what the deal is, and I couldn't find much. Besides having extremely weird mating habits, and by weird I mean horrifying, the only threatening things about penguins I found is that 1, if a female emperor penguin's child dies, then they've been known to steal other kids. 2, they can hold their breath for 7 minutes, and 3, their poop can be seen from space. Not sure why any of this matters, though.
Also, they were most likely around when dinosaurs were, yet they survived because they're impossible to kill. Well, nearly impossible.
I'm sure he'll be fine, but that's... Can dropping a penny off a skyscraper actually kill someone? It's a question most people have wondered if they've been on a tall building. If I were to drop something off the side right now, how fast would it go, and what would it do to someone standing at the bottom? And well, obviously, if you dropped a dumbbell or an anvil, yes, someone would get hurt. But a lot of people believe that the same is true for a penny, since it has so much time to speed up. But actually, it's a lot less harmful than you'd think, due to something called its terminal velocity, which means its max speed. Since it's flat, air resistance refuses to let it go faster than 65 miles per hour, which means that it can't actually kill anyone, or even give them a serious concussion, although it would still definitely hurt, and you shouldn't try it. But now you know. Why winning the lottery is horrible? Obviously, there are millions of people every day who dream of winning the lottery because money would solve all their problems. But in reality, the lottery usually ends up making people's lives way, way worse. First off, the second you win, anyone who's even barely related to you, meaning your aunt's cousin's boyfriend's sister, will approach you asking you to help her out with just a couple $1,000s. Of course, it's nice to help people out, but eventually you're gonna have to say no. But when that happens, you're most likely gonna run into problem number 2. Hundreds of people have died from winning the lottery. Sometimes by drugs or alcohol, but most commonly by murder. Jealous friends or family, or even spouses having struck the blow. Not to mention tons of strained relationships as people hate you for being so lucky. But the biggest reason why winning the lottery just isn't worth it, because most winners end up either bankrupt or right back at their 9 to 5 after blowing all of that money on frivolous spending. And a lot of them say winning the lottery was the worst thing that ever happened to them. But now you know. Can being heartbroken kill you? Sounds like something out of a cheesy romance movie or novel. Dying of a broken heart. But let me tell you, it is definitely real. When you experience a heartbreak, like being left by a partner, a family member passing, an argument with a friend, etc., your brain releases a large amount of adrenaline to help you manage your feelings. And this can lead to a sharp pain in your chest that genuinely feels like your heart is damaged, and like you can't breathe. It's known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. This can stop blood from flowing throughout the body, and make it feel like you're having a heart attack. And yes, this can actually kill you. Not to mention long-term depression can lead to heart disease, which is a leading cause of death in America. And this is why stories exist of super close couples dying months apart because they loved each other that much. And now you know. Why?
You okay? I'm okay.
Riggy, give it back now. You know this is the only way.
You haven't given me any time to figure out a different solution.
There is no other way. We've known for years, ever since Lucky told you.
Now! Phew, that was a lot easier
I
than...
thought there were 4 penguins you were dealing with.
Was there? Nah, you're crazy. Right, Riggy Bot? Yeah. Wait, what? Riggy Bot? No!
Maybe he finally went to space like he's been dreaming of.
Space? What? I don't remember Dr. T adding that.
What?
Oh, nothing. Well, anyway, I'm back. Oh, also, sorry about your phone.
Nah, it's okay. I've been wanting to make a new one anyway. Maybe you can help me?
Sure, why not? Just give me a minute. I need to go put on makeup so I can look presentable again.
Well, I have no idea what just happened, but,